Hi, I'm Professor Landon Ward. I am a professor of herpetology and conservation biology at UNC Asheville. And today we're going to do activity 2, which is all about assembling your Foldscope. Let's take a look at what we have. So when your Foldscope is completely assembled, it will look just like this. And there's some steps we go through to make it look like this, and I will show you how to do that just now. So you will have a little bag, and in your bag is your Foldscope. And so you take out the parts of the Foldscope, and I'll take all the parts out now. And I'll tell you what each part is once we get started here. So you have a set of directions that go with your Foldscope, like this. So it's best to set them off to the side so you have something to look at. And you will have this part right here that has all the parts that will make up your Foldscope. You will also have a bag with a lens in it and some lens covers that go with it. In addition to that, you will have a bag with some stickers that you'll use for different parts in this process of setting up your Foldscope. So let's get started. The very first step is to take all the little cutouts out. And so you start off by breaking loose the cutouts, each one of them, break them loose carefully. And you'll notice they come out pretty easily, and you break along the places where you can tell it's loosely attached. Don't break on any of the places where you see a dotted line. Don't break on those places you'll fold later on. So you take the parts loose is one part, and another part of the scope is right here. And in this case, you also have a part in the middle you take out too. Okay, and there's another part to take out here. There's right here. This part also has a middle insert to take out. Let's see if we can get this loose here. Take out the middle part. And you have one more major part and then some other minor parts that are attached to this. Let's take out this last part here is the hardest part of all to take out. And so it's kind of complicated looking. It looks like multiple parts, but it's actually one part with a lot of different little sections on it. And so you just got to break it off and keep it all intact. When you're done, it'll look like it's right here. A little tricky. There we go. And be really careful on this part here because you can actually tear this part. Some of the parts are pretty thin right here, so you got to take out a little carefully. And then take out the inserts in the middle. And once you have them all out, lay this down, throw the part like that. And you also have, in addition to those microscope parts, you have some slides that you will use later on. I'll take them out now. We'll do that part later on. Pull off the slides. You can set them right aside because we won't need them till the end. Okay, so that's everything. Oh no, one more slide that I missed right here. And that should be everything. All right, so you start off with your Foldscope by turning it so that you have this part right here, shaped like a T. There is two sides to a yellow side and a yellow and blue side. You start off with the blue side facing up. So your blue side's facing up. And then you have to go into your little bag here. And inside your bag, we have a lens and some other parts that hold the lens in place. And they're actually stuck together. They're actually magnets. And so you have to actually pry them apart. There should be 4 parts altogether here. So one part, and another part, this part, and then inside of one of these parts you will see an actual separate lens here, so it's a little tricky. So now you should have 4 parts. 3 parts that look more or less identical, and then 1 part that is just a lens without any edge around it. So we'll sit these aside in some place where we can't drop them or lose them. I'll put them on top of my bag to keep up with them. So to assemble your Foldscope, you take one of these parts. It looks like this. It has holes on one side, and one side has a silver lining, one side does not. You want to take it, start off then once again with your section here, the shape like a T with the blue side on top, yellow side on bottom. Start off with your blue side, and you orient it so you take this this little section right here, and you place it onto here, and there are some, and basically the way it works is there are some little places where you can insert the tabs to get it in place. And if you do it the right way, the holes should be on the right side when you set it up. So these little holes should be on the right side. The silver side should be facing up. And you have to fold it a little bit to get it into the tabs. Oops, tricky to do. Okay, and it looks like that. You get it right. Now the next step involves turning your scope over to the yellow side. Now we're going to work on the yellow side, and you will see another place where you can insert one of these little these lens slots. And this time, when you set it up, the little holes will be on the left-hand side. So start out, and you want to have the silver side facing down this time. The holes on the left-hand side with the silver side facing down. And you insert your tabs into the corners. And once again, it takes a little bit of work to get it just right. It may take a little bit of bending, in fact, to bend the edges a little bit to make them go in place properly. Okay, and when you're done, it should look just like this. And then you'll notice that there is a little crease, a little folded crease right here in the red area. You fold that crease up. If I can fold it properly. If you fold it right, it should fold just like this. Now your scope is folded up. It should look just like this. So you take this little part, fold it up along the crease, and after you fold it up, you now have some more tabs you have to insert. So take the side tabs and insert them into the side parts. Top tab insert into the top part. And one more side tab on the other side over here. When you get it all right, it should stay together and look just like that. Okay, so the next step, which is step 4 on the manual, is inserting a lens. So you have some stickers that came with it. The stickers look just like this. You have to peel off the sticker. The stickers have a white side to them, and they have actually a clear sticky side to them. You want to take it so it's a little tab on the sticker is facing down on your little T-shape here. And you place the sticker just over top. And once the sticker's in place, the next step is to remove the white part so only the clear part is left. A little tricky to get the tab, but if I can get it off of here. Okay. So now there's actually a clear part that's still sticky left behind right there. So then you're going to take your lens, and this is your lens right here. It looks just like this. This is what you will actually, this will actually magnify your image of the lens right here. You take it and you turn it so that the silver side is facing down, and you stick it. As a magnet, so it actually sticks pretty easily. It actually draws right to it. It sticks in place right there, and now your lens is attached. So now, moving on to step number 5, you can put this aside now, move on to step number 5, which involves taking this portion right here, and you're going to fold this, starting at the small end, along the little dotted lines. So you fold it, and you fold it, and more dotted lines here to fold it some more, and there. This ultimately is going to help you focus your microscope. This is what you'll use to actually focus in and out. I mean, to focus, to get the image on the right focal plane when you're trying to use your microscope. Okay. Okay, so once these are all folded, then we take these and we fold them over and over, start on the small end, and over and over. And you end up with something that's completely folded over. And it should be kind of wedge shaped. Looking at it from the side, it should have a wedge shape to it. And what it's going to do is it's going to actually move the lens closer or further away from where you're looking to help you focus your image when you look through it. On one side of this, you will see there are some numbers. So now we take that part we started out with, the original part where we put the lens, we turn it over, and you will see a blue side to it, and once again you will see a set of numbers. So the way it works is you take this part right here and you insert it through, and it goes under and then out the other side like that. There. And so now you've got that part inserted in place.
Okay.
Now start off with this blue piece right here, and then you notice there are some yellow tabs on either side of the blue piece. And it has a little folded line right here, and you can fold it. And what you want to do is you want to try to take these yellow tabs, which have arrows on them, and you want to try to insert them into a little slit right here. A little tricky, so you have to kind of get the right angle on it. And so you work to get that in there, the tabs in place. The yellow part should be completely behind now, and you do the same on the other side. Once again, you fold it. You take the yellow tab here, and you tuck it in behind. What tricky to do? There we go. And if you turn the other side of it now, you will see that the yellow tabs are on the other side, on the yellow side of it. And if you look underneath the yellow tabs, you will see there are arrows actually. Later on, when you go to insert your slides, these arrows will tell you how to place your slides into the folding scope, into the Foldscope. Okay, so we got that part. Now, you turn this over to its yellow side. We have this piece right here. You turn it over to its orange side. You now take this part and you start off by going under and over. Slide it all the way across. It's going to hang up a little bit, but it's okay. And then once you get it, insert it in there. You do the same thing on the other side. You have to go under and through. And when you pull it, it should center just like that. Okay? Your next step will involve so now you will take these two parts that you have assembled and you want to line them up so that the T-shaped part goes on top, and you should be able to look through the window and see the words Foldscope. So that's how you know you have it oriented right. We can see Foldscope through the window. So once you line them up, flip it over, and you will see these red tabs. And you will take the red tabs and you will tuck them in, fold them in, so they go like that on the top, and the same on the bottom, with a slot for the bottom one too. Tuck it in, and you tuck it in like that, and then you flip it over. It should look just like this. So once you get to that step, you have It's assembled in such a way that you can actually slide it up and down, and you can slide it side to side. And this will be helpful when you're trying to focus your samples later on.